Let me see you go, lo, lo, lo. Okay. Lo, 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 lo. Hello, you. Okay. No. Wait. Hold up. Wait a minute. I forgot to use this. Give me a minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. I only have 1 minute. Okay, so we're back. So now you, I'm talking to you. You've made your decision based off of all of my videos. I'll probably link it somewhere or in the description. And you've decided, okay, sorry, I'm clapping to make noise in the sound thing. So you've decided you're going to do an MRes program. Now, my next question will be, how about your application? You need to consider some key aspects of the application process. And the reason why I say this is because a lot of schools are declining admission to students. Why would they not? There are hundreds, sometimes even thousands, or even thousands. I don't think there's a school that's like thousands, but I know that, I mean, my uni will probably get over 1,000 application. Thousand or even thousands of applications are coming in. So there has to be some way of cutting people out. And so that means the process is getting more and more interesting and tougher for you to get through. I guess applicants messaging me, Dr. Fola, have been denied. Unfortunately, you cannot really contest that decision. So you have to go to another uni, and sometimes the other uni is not what you really like. And then, all those blah, blah, blah. So cut all of that crap. Let me help you out. I give you some of the things you should consider or put in place for your admission application. Obviously, this is not a guarantee that you will get it, but at least it helps you, put you in a better space. Why am I talking about this? I review application documents for our MRes program, and I feel like I see some applications and I'm just like, you make it so easy. Why would you make it easy for us to turn you down? It's not fair, but we have to because we have so many applicants. As a result, I want to highlight some of these key things. The first one is that I'm going to talk about each document you need and what are some of the things. If I'm reviewing your document, what am I looking for in your document to make me decide, okay, I think I'm going to give this candidate the slots or the admission. The first one, easy peasy. You need your identification document, like your passport, international passport, whatever. That one, it goes without saying. Yeah, you need that. But the one that I look for, I don't look at your passport. I don't need it. Some people will attach their marriage certificates. Some people, I don't know. Those things they don't help me. I don't need to see that. Secondary school. I mean, it's good. You can put it there. You can attach as many documents as you want. But the ones I'm looking for and the ones you should put effort in working towards. One, you need your CV. Very important. So once we start with the qualifications, yeah, your academic qualifications. Once I look at the academic qualification, for example, and I'm not too sure because it's not really closely related with the program, and I'm thinking the next thing I go to look for is I look through your CV. Because when I'm not sure about your academic qualification, because it's not very closely related, but I feel like let me know more about this candidate before I decide on their admission, I go to look at your CV. Now, your CV should really highlight why you want to study this program. It should be closely like this. You see? Closely related to the program. So even though you may have so many experiences, and we all do, right, in different places, you want to align whatever is on your CV to that program. So you go to the university website. University website is key, is gold. I see a lot of people asking online, Dr. Fola, what's this? Dr. Fola, check me this. A lot of those questions are on the website. Go and check the university website. I'm talking to you. And really digest the information on there. Pretty good, because they will help you. Now, you want to read the website or the information on the website and look at your CV. What are they looking for in terms of a candidate? I know it's not a job. Don't worry. You're applying for admission, not a job. But the information on what they are going to teach you, what their students are doing. Some schools will put current projects and whatnot. Those are the things you should be attaching or aligning to your CV. So you want to obviously have your academic qualifications there. You want to have your work experience. again, like I said, sometimes the academic qualification may not be closely related, but somebody may have moved due to job, work experience to a place that is closer to the degree you want to study. Then it makes it easier. Like, okay, they have some work experiences, and that helps us in aligning and making that decision. So work experience, very, very important. But again, highlights on what you have done in that job. So this is your job. You have your job, whatever job, 2010 to 2015, making this up, and then you have so whatever officer. Then it would be good if you list down key responsibilities and try to highlight research responsibilities. Analyze, customer review, candidates, tally, making things up now. I'm trying to make it as basic as someone that don't have core research experience whatsoever. So say for example, tally monthly revenue for the organization. Just some things that shows us that you add one and one and one and one, and it doesn't have to be just quantitative. It doesn't have to be just figure statistics. It could also be things like feedback from customer, analyzing, or using feedback from customer to inform company's decision and whatever else. I feel like I'm running out of examples. But yeah, just look at your CV or your work experience. Look at your work experience from that space and link it to research. If you're not sure, there are so many things that can help you right nowadays. I'm not going to mention any one, but just pick one of them and put your CV in it and tell it to extract or write this in a research informed way to help you highlight these things we're talking about. If you've used Excel before, Power BI, for those that have data analytics or, background or interest, highlight all of these because they help with research. If you've used any software before, SPSS, for example, R, Stata, all of these things, put them under your skills and highlight them. If you publish any article, even blogs, have those on there. Or maybe you publish for your church, or you're part of the organizing committee for church events that relates to disseminating information among members. Put some of those there as well. Just be very creative in how you put them because they help. What else? You will also want to highlight not just research skills, but knowledge of the field. So if you're applying for public health, for example, I want to see that you have some public health related either qualification or work experience. So that means if you were working in hospital, don't just focus on the clinical part. You also want to highlight how some population impact of that job is, So for example, you could say part of strategic intervention for population maternal health or community awareness on HIV, or just something. Just even though you may be working strictly clinically, but you can expand that at a population level. I'm just saying this for public health. For other fields, you can think of something for that. So that's that. So you want to have two key things. Your clinical. You want to have two key things. You want to have your research showcase your research skills and knowledge and work experience there. You also want to have your subject-based experience and knowledge in your CV so that it doesn't get bounced. And that helps you, like I said, when we're making decisions. The other thing, outside that, I think the other things are just those are the key things. Your work experience, especially, very important, and your skills. Some people put their references on their CV. I don't know why you do that. I wouldn't, but your choice. It doesn't affect me, for example, in my decision if I'm to consider a candidate for our program or not. But that's that. Talking of reference, you now want to have references from people that know you. The problem students make here is that they go and be meeting their head of department or head of faculty or all these big names. They don't make any difference. They don't make much difference, to be fair. Here, because I don't even know who's your head of department or your unit, I'm not aware of them. If I see Professor JJB KCC MTC KKG, just like, okay, doesn't, what I'm trying to say is that you go and meet all these top people, they are very busy. They write you 2-3 lines of reference and say, yes, our students, blah, 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 bye bye. It doesn't help you. You want to go with someone, even if it's your lecturer. I don't know Nigerian setting. I'm saying this for those in Nigeria. Lecturer 1, lecturer 2, I don't know the difference. Apologies. But whatever the level the person is, so long as they are in a space to write you a reference, they probably will be better at writing you reference than someone that is higher up there. So you meet someone that really knows you, someone you've probably done something for, maybe a mini collaboration, a mini project, maybe there's been 1 or 2